Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel Green Lion Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of September. So moving from Virgo season into your fellow air sign, Libra season. So that should be a nice transition for you guys. And I kind of get a bit of an interesting kind of flirty energy around you. Like you're either flirting with something or flirting with an idea or flirting with, So let's see what we've got, okay, coming through for you. We've got the Three of Acorns. Yeah, foresight and exploration. Look at this little giraffe just sticking its head out going, what's out there? What can I see? So there's like this moment of clearing a space and clearing some energy so you can see something really clearly. And it's like, okay, there's something that I'm wanting to explore, but I'm also got the advantage of perhaps, seeing like looking at it going, how is this going to work out? So there's some interesting energy, but there's something here that, like I said, that you're sort of flirting with the idea of it, or you're looking at this or looking at this person or this thing or situation. So like going, am I going to explore that path? So let's pull an affirmation card around this. So let's see what's coming through for Gemini. We're doing things slightly differently this reading. For this mid-month, freedom is my divine right. Okay, so one of the things you might be wanting to explore is something that maybe you want the freedom to be able to explore this. That's what I'm kind of feeling. I'm free to think wonderful thoughts. I move beyond past limitations into freedom. I am now becoming all that I am created to be. And so that's where we kind of get this sense of higher perspective with the giraffe here, that there's some kind of clarity that comes in that you're able to kind of see, have the freedom to be able to see something that you're really liking the look of here. So, and explore that. Oh, right, look what's coming in. Okay, Gemini energy. I love it. Okay, so what's shifting and changing? Sword Prince, Gemini, Chariot. So this is the Page of Swords. And so this is where you kind of wanting to move forward, but it's with an idea with the Gemini energy, or it's with a relationship, or with like some form of communication that's coming in here, or something you wanting to learn or discover. So it's got this kind of beautiful, open and curious energy to it. And so this is like, there's a lot of new forms of communication or new information coming your way that you kind of potentially there's new ideas, new solutions, new things you're learning. But again, I just keep getting this kind of flirty energy of how is this going to move forward? A lot of Mercury coming in for you, which is communication. But we do also have the North Node coming in with this card as well. We can see the little symbol there. So it's kind of saying there's potentially, something that the universe is directly, there's something synchronistic about this. The universe has put this in your path, or put this person in your path for you to kind of notice it and see it and go, okay, that takes my interest. So let's see what else is coming through for you, Gemini. Let's see what, I'm liking this energy because it feels like, okay, I'm ready to go off exploring, but it's so much going through your mind with it. It's bringing a smile to my face, just the feeling of it, because I think this is something fun you're going to want to explore. So we've got the Five of Wands. Okay. There's conflict around it about moving forward with it, with the Knight of Wands. So, but we have the Chariot again in your conscious mind, this sense of, but I do want to focus on this. I want to be able to move this forward. So, and it's going to potentially, the Chariot energy is saying it is going to require a little bit of effort to be able to do this, to either be able to focus on it or to be able to move it forward. So I do feel like it could even be like you're getting ambitious with something, or there's a competitive space. But I feel like, this is something that you've been, there's something you've been struggling with here. And the struggle is to take the action, crossed by the Knight of Wands. So, I feel like the path is clearing for this now, Gemini, which is actually really great. So let's see what is coming through for Gemini. What else is coming through? Okay. At the base, what's happening deep down? Oh, the Death card. So, it might seem like something kind of flirty and fun. I'm just flirting with this idea or this person, but there's something bigger at play here with this. There's potentially, this is deep, what's happening deep down, it's transformation. big change could come through with whatever it is that you're seeing or noticing, or whoever that is, and the path that you're kind of thinking of going down or exploring here. In the recent past, we got the Four of Pentacles. So it's almost like, what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? Because it's almost like there's a part of you that's wanting this, and then another part's like, but it's getting out of my normal comfort zone or routine, or it's out of the norm in some way. But the Four of Pentacles is perhaps, there's been some kind of reining in of spending or money, or you've had to look at resources in some way. There's travel around this as well. So travel and moving, like movement. So if you're looking to travel or move home or house, this is where, if there's been struggles around that, we can start to see that there's opportunity to move forward. It does feel like there needs to be some sort of resource or money or time or something squirreled away to put towards this. So you might have had to be careful with money, or wanting to bring in more savings, or have to use savings in some way. But I feel like this Four of Pentacles is kind of like, I've had to be careful with something, with the approach that I'm taking. In the near future, we have the Temperance card. It's kind of interesting because there is a fair bit of Sagittarius energy around with this, and Sagittarius is your opposite sign. So it's almost like there's a bigger picture that is forming here. It's about stepping out, looking at the bigger picture, and not getting caught up in the details in something. So the Temperance energy is patience. Balance is being restored here. There's alchemy at play, there's magic at play, so that we've got to wait for the elements to start forming. Different new elements of your life are starting to flow, and you might be ready to dip your toe back into something that's feeling very aligned to you. But patience is the message with the Temperance energy. You're presenting as the High Priestess. So this is kind of interesting because your intuition might be on fire with this. That's the thing. I kind of get you almost standing back and observing something, but knowing that this is kind of what you're really drawn towards. Like, it's kind of like, I know I'm going to be doing this, or I know I'm connecting with this, or I know that there's something significant about this. So that's why it's kind of got your interest here with the High Priestess. Okay. Energy surrounding you is the Ten of Wands. It's kind of interesting because it does feel like there's things that are holding you back here or weighing you down. So there's other kind of burdens or responsibilities or worries or something that is kind of making it harder for this to push forward. But it's saying it's possible now for something to really move forward. It needs time for it to, it's kind of like a longer time energy, or a longer energy. It just needs time for it to form. And we have, as your hopes and fears, the Five of Swords. This is conflict again. This is somebody that, it's not wanting to kind of create too much conflict in a situation or something you've already finding challenging. So yeah, and we also have as an outcome the Eight of Wands. Okay, so this is the card of focus. So where you've been struggling with, like, being able to move forward or focus on something, or being able to, have the energy all going in the same direction, this is where everything, the energy starts to align, and it's all these wands are heading in the same direction here. And so there's a lot of energy moving towards this new path that you're exploring, this new relationship, this new thing that you're seeing that you've been flirting with. So it feels like, there's a shift in the energy, there's a shift in the focus, there's a shift of how easily this starts to feel like it can move forward. So the Eight of Wands is, I think, a really fantastic energy, and the Hierophant is coming in. Higher self and soul messages are coming through really crystal clear. With the High Priestess energy, it's also saying that you might be noticing a lot of patterns and synchronicities around at this moment in time. But the Hierophant represents marriage, it represents commitments. So it's focusing on those sort of things, on marriage, commitments, what that means to you. It doesn't have to necessarily be marriage, but it's really this sense of focusing on something that you want to commit to. So, and creating some kind of a new order. So again, we've got the card of travel with the Six of Swords, like finding the peace within the situation, be able to transition and move on from something that's been quite challenging here. and it feels like the energy really shifts and changes. So the Six of Swords can mean moving, traveling. Maybe that's something you're wanting to be doing, but I feel like there's like, because we've got so much of the Chariot energy, which is moving forward, it's going into battle, really. It's like I'm taking on something that's been really challenging in my life and restoring it to some sort of like good energy that feels like the energy is flowing in the positive and right direction. So yeah, that's the feeling. It feels like moving forward in the right direction here into something that feels like, okay, this feels right. So let's pull a charm for you. We've got the Elephant. Yes, the big steps. Big steps. An elephant is about longevity as well. It's about something that is about longer. You know, you're taking some big steps now into abundance. Elephants represent that. And the abundance might be this sense of freedom that's coming in, the sense of free to move forward in the manner and way that you're wanting something to move forward now, and to be able to focus and shift the energy into something that's feeling like the right order of things. So I do get with the elephant that these are big steps that are moving forward now, and that they're going to have longer term consequences that are coming in with it. So it's kind of like, you know, imagine the chariot was this stone chariot that had ground to a halt. They're showing me like the wheels are starting to move and it's starting to get into motion again. And, you know, once it starts getting that momentum up, you know, it's the heavier and the more weight it carries, then the faster and the more momentum it can gather as it grows. But I feel like we're in that very much like the wheels are in motion now stage. So yeah, they're bringing me back to this one. Freedom is my divine right. I'm free to think wonderful thoughts and move beyond past limitations into freedom. Fantastic. I'm now becoming all that I am created to be. Fantastic. So it really, it feels like the wheels are moving forward, and there's something really significant about this that could be very transformative in your life. So that's your reading, Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.